Okay, question 4 is a probability question. Now, this is a fairly simple probability question because it's asking you to think about probability in terms of words. Sometimes, if it's further on in the exam paper, you'll be asked to calculate probabilities and give our answers as fractions or perhaps decimals. But this one we're focusing on words. So let's have a look at the question. It says, describe the chance of each of the following events occurring. Choose the best word from those given below. So the words are impossible, unlikely, even chance, likely and certain. So we have to choose one of these words for each of these situations. So part A says you get an odd number when the following spinner is spun once. Okay, so if we have a look at all of these numbers, we want to think about what if it's an odd number. So 11 is odd, 3 is odd, 15 is odd, and 7 is odd. Because they're all odd, when you spin this spinner, you will definitely get an odd number. So the answer in this case from these words is certain, because it will definitely happen. You win a raffle when 200 tickets are sold and you have bought one. So if you've bought one out of 200 tickets, okay, you could win. It's not impossible, but it's rather unlikely because you only have one out of 200. Part C, you get an even number when a fair dice is rolled once. Well, if we think about a fair dice, you could get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. And an even number could be 2, 4, or 6. That's half of the things that can happen. Okay, 3 out of the 6 numbers. So it's equally likely, or we could say even chance. Here's another similar question. Have a look at it, attempt it, pause the video, and then press play again when you're ready to see solutions. This one says fill in the blanks to match each event to its chance of happening. The first one is done for you. So it says obtaining the number 2 when a fair dice numbered 1 to 6 is rolled once is unlikely. Now you need to fill in some numbers here. So we've got obtaining the number blank when a fair dice numbered 1 to 6 is rolled once, and we want the answer to be impossible. So if we're thinking about rolling a 1 to 6 dice, if we want something that's impossible, it's got to be a number that isn't on the dice. So I'll put 7, but you could have 8, 9, 0, 100. All of those would be impossible. Right, the next one, we want something that is even chance, something that's equally likely to happen. Obtaining blank when a fair dice numbered 1 to 6 is rolled once. So we want something that's equally likely to happen when you roll the dice. Remembering our previous question, we could put an even number because we know that that is equally likely to happen. Now, the next one is also even chance, but it's not about a dice this time, it's about a coin. So when we think about what happens when a coin is thrown, you could have heads or tails. Both are equally likely, so we could put heads or tails here. I'll put heads. And then this one here is choosing a something coloured ball out of a bag containing only yellow balls. It's certain, so we want something that's going to definitely happen. If you're pulling a coloured ball out of a bag containing only yellow balls and you want it to be certain, it's going to be yellow.